What is up, Sideways fam? We're back again this week with another video on Ray's Black Mark IV Supra. A lot of stuff got taken care of last week. If you haven't seen the video of part 1, definitely check it out. This is going to be part 2 of the video. We're going to be getting the wiring harness installed in this thing. As you can see, the intercooler piping on the hot side's already done. Sage is over here working on it. Kind of hard to see because he's kind of in front of the car, but the hot side is already done. We went ahead and kept the HKS intercooler that the customer already had on it because of the fact that the customer does not have a bumper support, nor any of the brackets that we normally fasten all of our intercoolers to. Also for the fact of just keeping the budget nice, kind of tight and friendly. So, I mean, typically we would run a bigger core, but the customer is only going for about 500 horsepower. Even if you wanted to get to 600, this intercooler is still going to be able to get him where he wants to go. So basically a little bit of an update of everything else that was done. The PTE fuel line and fuel filter is all done under the car. As you can see right here, we have our 10 micron fuel filter already fastened with all of our PTE line running all the way to the tank where we put in the Powerhouse Racing fuel hanger. If you haven't watched that video is up online as well. It was put up yesterday. I will be putting another little quick shot of the fuel assembly all done in the car in a few minutes. So stay with it. We're going to go ahead and get the hot side done on the intercooler, get the bumper back on, go ahead and weld the intake air temperature sensor in the piping, get the wiring harness on, battery location put in the trunk, start wiring up the fuel pumps, and hopefully tonight have the car started up. So let's jump right into it, guys, and let's get it. All right, guys, so quick little update. Intercooler piping is done. Looks super, super good. I was able to retain the windshield washer fluid, which typically I never am able to do. Did no cutting for the intake manifold, which has been kind of a new style that we've been doing. Instead of cutting it before, I was able to make a new combination to make everything work. This side's all done as well. Goes straight up into the intercooler. Nice straight pipe, no bends. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish cutting up and fabbing up the downpipe right now. I've already went ahead and cut the V-band on the kit that I usually use. And I'm gonna go ahead and make all that fit so we can put a wideband in it. I did finish my wiring harness. I will go and show you that right now. Guys, so real quickly, this is our battery location kit that we make for the Mark IV Supra. You do get your box if it's applicable to be able to use it. Mind my stutter right there. Don't knock me for that. And then out of one of the sides of the lugs of the starter, you'll also have another 3-foot long cable for here. This will be going to your fuse box, so we can kind of delete all the OEM stuff. My wiring harness that I built, spent lots of hours on this thing, putting this thing together for everybody. AEM Infinity plug and play to all brand new connectors for everything, including all your Mark IV hardware stuff. You'll have your plug and play stuff all up here by the fuse box. Everything is labeled and color coded. I started doing everything in yellow because people were starting to kind of compare my wiring harness to other people's. I do build these from scratch, so no, I don't buy them anywhere. I do them myself. And then I have my own little sub harness. Since we are going to be running twin fuel pumps in this car, or in any of the vehicles that we do, you'll either have 1, 2, or 3, depending on the combination that you like. In the case of this one, there is twins. I leave you a ECU connector right here at the wiring harness for your twin fuel pumps. That'll go directly to the Infinity and be triggered there. All the wiring will be retained in the back of the vehicle. Looks super, super clean and super, super nice. So when I'm done with that, I'll give you another shot of that after I shall show you the Powerhouse Racing setup in the trunk. So we're gonna go ahead and get this installed in the car, get the relocation put in the back because the battery can no longer stay in the front because we have all of this beautiful stuff up here in the front. I still need to shave the fuse box down here at the lower. This is what I'm talking about where your other line will go. It'll go to here, to your fuse box. This is how you power up your chassis. And basically how it works is underneath this pin, underneath there is a stud at the bottom down here that will run to the starter underneath. Just how I do it. We still need to go ahead and put a new throttle cable in, a few other small things, but we're hoping if we can get through this tonight of getting the harness and the relocation installed, I can go ahead and wire up the fuel pumps and possibly get this started. So stay with it and let's get right into it. Okay guys, so quick little update in the Mark IV. The Infinity and the wiring harness stuff is all plugged in. I still have my AEM net connector here. We're gonna get hooked up to the BTI system for his monitoring. I have my fuel pump connector I'm going to go ahead and start going with right now. We have already went ahead, and if you have not seen our other video on this beautiful Powerhouse Racing triple fuel pump hanger, that is done. I got to make a battery tie down or put the battery box in the trunk for the battery. I usually make a little bracket and make it look all kind of nice and a little more race kind of versus than using the box in this car because I like the cover to cover everything and for it to look really OEM and nice. But for starting purposes, we're gonna go ahead and leave it like this for now. So yeah, I need to go ahead and wire up my sub harness, get my relays all fucking kind of hooked up on the corner, and we'll get it started today, and then we'll worry about cleanup the other day. All right, guys, so it's a late one. We're here. I just finished welding up the downpipe on the bench right now. I had to cut and modify this about 2 inches shorter. Went ahead and TIG welded this on. Came out pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on right now. Went ahead and got the wiring harness already on, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'll do a quick overview of this right now. Danny's on his way. Harness and ECU is already all hooked up and done. So, I mean, I don't really foresee us having any problems. I mean, I've already checked the oil. That's already good to go. We're going to test fire it, then change the oil. And then coolant's already been put in. No leaks or anything like that. I mean, turbo lines are hooked up. I don't really see any reason why we shouldn't be good to go. So, let me get this on real quick so we can get the O2 and the wideband in for the Infinity. And like I said, stay tuned and we'll get this thing started real quick. All right, guys, so here are looks before we start it. Looking really, really good, like all the other cars that we build and all the other setups that we do. Very, very clean. Just all that you need to get it going. That comp looks pretty big on here, surprisingly. This is a 6865 with an 81AR T4 billet. These are our FMS 1200cc injectors. We sell 1000s, 12s, 1300s, 1700s, and 2200s if anybody wants to know. We pretty much always have them on deck, so I mean, that'll be awesome. We still need to change the clutch fan, so that's got to get done still because this thing is still pretty seized up. I have not wired the boost controller up yet. I need to fasten the harness to the firewall, but it is in and hooked up, so can't wait for Danny to get here. It's about 10 p.m. We're just waiting for him to get finished with his customer's car at the shop, and then should be getting this thing started, so can't wait. All right, guys, so we got the trunk all rigged up real quick. Got my buddy Dyno down over here at super late at night, getting the car ready to start. And hopefully she runs with no problems in the next few minutes. Guys, so huge update from everything that you guys saw in the last couple of videos. The car is complete. You guys did see it running. I did go ahead and not waste your guys' time of putting the front bumper back on and showing you guys all the other stuff, but real quickly I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the stuff that was done. We're going to be hopping in the Supra. I'm going to go give it a quick wash. This is pretty much the same setup we do in all the cars. So 1 second to flip the camera and we'll get right into it. All right, guys, so let's check it out. We got the comp turbo, the 6865 with a 81 rear housing, T4 billet journal bearing turbo installed. Our typical intake pipe system. This is the kind of treadstone kind of style manifold that we're going to be producing that I was telling you guys in the last video if you didn't see. Screen pipe is already all done. The clearance is just awesome. The screen pipe comes right out on the side. Downpipe has plenty of room. All the exhaust work is done. It is super loud, but you know, hey, that's typical Supra stuff. Should have some pretty good two-step. We did the new intercooler piping setup where we don't cut anything. We go ahead and run it around the frame. It's a lot of work to do it like that, but it's already all done. Got the brand new throttle cable installed. The brand new FMS 1200cc injectors installed. The Bosch body. Super nice injector. Super awesome company. If you don't know Rocky, he is just a total badass and provides you with a really quality injector that everybody will love. As far as power steering, I kind of used a different reservoir this time. Had to do a bunch of modifications to it. It was a pain in my ass to get it done, but looks a little bit better than what we typically use. This one is like a billet aluminum setup. Put Powerhouse Racing fittings, all push lock AN fittings for everything else too. You know, got a few little things I got to clean up. I don't know what's up with the little odds and ends wiring things that are there. But my harness, as always, looks completely beautiful. I went ahead and removed the little wing pieces that are here on top of my Corvette because they are some weird crap that nobody even knows. So it looks like we'll be able to get the OEM wing back on. It does look like it's probably still going to fit fine. I am already sanding that piece. Does kind of look kind of funky, kind of wingless, but hey, you know, screw it. Interior wise, we are all together on the inside. Looks really OEM and nice. Still waiting on the BTI gauge to come in. I won't bore you guys with that install on that and putting that in. When it comes in, the car will leave. Drew Peacock's old wing off of his Mark IV is over here already. I've already prepped and went ahead and got this thing all nice and pretty, ready for painting. So after dyno, after all the pops and bangs and the cool two-step stuff and everything else too, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing on the car, make the car look like a super nice, you know, Mark IV Supra. I do have to say though, on this, guys, side skirts are kind of cool. Don't mind the HKS little things, but this roof wing right here, this is kind of cool, man. I kind of want one for my car, for my aggressive one. So I'm gonna go give her a quick bath. I'm gonna give you a quick little shoot of the bay because you guys probably won't get another shot of this. So I'll do some slow-mo with some cool music for you guys. Alright guys, so we're in the Mark IV. The thing I love about these cars and all the Lexuses and other cars that we typically do is like, dude, AC's on, super comfortable to drive. I mean, like, what a car. Got all the stuff next to us, double cans E85. I'm by myself today, not gonna have any help or support vehicle. All the dynos for us have been going pretty smoothly lately, so we're gonna kind of wish for the best. Hopefully we'll be done early today, and maybe tomorrow night we'll go ahead and do the two-step stuff. I'm not really too sure about how we're gonna go about doing all that. So wish me luck to get there safely, to not get pulled over. We are in California and they are not kind when it comes to modified vehicles. So we're gonna get to Apex right now, get it on the dyno and get her done. Well, as you guys can see and probably hear in the background, the car is on dyno. We are here at Apexi USA, but you guys are gonna have to wait till the next video to see what's gonna happen today. I don't want the video to be too long. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to upload, so sorry guys. One more video, we're gonna do part 3 of this, so stay with it. See you next time, and